There is something so ordinary that almost every dog owner has experienced it. And yet, most people never stop to really think about it. Why does your dog always want to sleep next to you? Not across the room. Not always in the nice bed you bought for them. But right by your feet, pressed against your back, or curled up beside you like that is the only place they truly want to be. Most people assume the answer is simple. Maybe it is warmer there. Maybe your dog is just used to your scent. Maybe they are spoiled and like being close. And yes, all of those things can be true. But in my opinion, that still does not fully explain it. Because when a dog chooses to sleep beside you, especially night after night, that is usually more than a habit. Behind that small behavior is comfort, trust, attachment, and maybe even one of the quietest forms of love a dog can give. And once you really understand that, you may never look at your sleeping dog the same way again. The first thing to understand is that dogs do not completely choose their sleeping spots at random. Even though dogs have lived alongside humans for thousands of years, they still carry the instincts of a social animal. For animals like that, rest is one of the most vulnerable moments in life. When they fall asleep, they are less alert, less reactive, and less prepared. So staying close to someone they trust brings a sense of safety. In other words, when your dog lies close to you at night, they may not just be looking for warmth. They may be looking for reassurance. And to me, that is one of the most moving parts of this behavior. During the day, your dog may nap anywhere. On the floor. Near the door. On the couch. In a random sunny corner. But when it is time to truly settle down and rest deeply, so many dogs choose to come back to their person. That says something. It suggests that in your dog's mind, you are not just the human who lives in the same house. You are a place where they can let their guard down. And honestly, that may mean more than all the tail wagging and excited barking in the world. But that is not the only reason this matters. There is something else many dog owners notice, even if they have never quite put it into words. Dogs often seem different on the days when you are struggling. You may have had a long day. A stressful day. A day where your mind feels heavy and your energy is gone. You walk through the door, and somehow your dog seems to know. Maybe they are quieter than usual. Maybe they do not bounce around as much.
There you are, sweetie.
Maybe later that night, they choose to sleep even closer to you than they normally do. Personally, I think this is one of the most amazing things about dogs. They may not understand the details of what happened to you that day, but they are incredibly good at noticing that something in you has changed. Your voice sounds different. Your posture is different. Your pace is different. The energy you bring into the room is different. And sometimes, the way your dog responds is not by trying to entertain you or make a big scene. Sometimes they just stay close. Quietly. Gently. Without asking anything from you. And I think that kind of presence is powerful. Because love is not always loud. Sometimes love is simply choosing to stay near someone when they need comfort most. And that brings us to something really interesting. The exact place your dog chooses to sleep next to you may reveal even more. Some dogs stay by your feet. Some press themselves tightly against your side or back. Some rest their head near your chest, shoulder, or even your face. And some dogs roll over and sleep belly up right beside you. Each of those positions can reflect a different level of comfort. If your dog usually sleeps near your feet, it may be their way of staying close while still keeping a little personal space. They want to be near you. They want to know you are there. If your dog presses their body tightly against you, that often shows a stronger need for physical connection. They are not just near you. They want contact. They want your warmth, your movement, your breathing, your presence. If your dog rests their head near the upper part of your body, that can feel especially intimate. For many dogs, being close to your scent is deeply calming. And if your dog rolls over and sleeps with their belly exposed right next to you, that is usually a very strong sign of trust. The belly is a vulnerable area. A dog does not easily expose it unless they feel safe in that moment. To me, this is one of the beautiful things about dogs. They do not need words. Sometimes their body language says everything. But maybe the part that surprises people most happens in the middle of the night. Have you ever woken up and seen your dog sitting completely still? Ears up. Eyes fixed toward the bedroom door. Watching the hallway. Listening to something you cannot hear. A lot of people online like to make moments like that sound mysterious. But honestly, the explanation is usually much simpler. Dogs hear better than we do. They smell better than we do. And they notice tiny changes in the environment far faster than we can. Your dog may be reacting to a sound outside. A new smell in the air. A movement in the house. Something completely ordinary that your sleeping brain never noticed. But what matters to me is not just what they sensed. It is what they are doing. They are paying attention while you are asleep. And sometimes, that really does feel like they are quietly keeping watch. That does not mean every dog is acting like some dramatic movie guardian. But it does mean that many dogs remain aware of their surroundings even while resting. And when they choose to sleep close to you, that awareness feels even more meaningful. Because maybe they do not just want to rest beside you. Maybe they also want to be near enough to notice what is happening around you. And then there is one more part of this that is both funny and kind of adorable. Sometimes, your dog is not just sleeping next to you. Sometimes your dog is training you. Think about it. Every night, they jump onto the bed at almost the exact same time. They circle once or twice. They pick the spot that is hardest for you to say no to. They let out a sigh, lean into you, and suddenly you are petting them without even thinking about it. They place one paw on you, and somehow you end up shifting over to make room. Sounds familiar, right? I think this is one of the most fascinating parts of living with a dog. Dogs are incredibly observant. They learn which little actions get the response they want. And over time, the two of you build a bedtime routine together without even realizing it. You think you are the one making the rules.
No, you can't.
But your dog has quietly learned how to get closer to you, how to keep their spot, and how to turn your habits into part of their comfort. Of course, that is not a bad thing. It is not manipulation in some dark sense. It is just what happens when two living beings spend enough time together to truly understand each other. Your dog learns your language. And then uses that understanding to stay close to you. But after all of this, I still think the deepest meaning is the simplest one. What sleeping beside you really shows, is trust. During the day, dogs express excitement in obvious ways. They wag. They bark. They run to the door. They jump with joy. But deeper feelings often show up in quieter moments. Late at night. When the house is still. When a dog has to choose where they are willing to close their eyes. Sleep is a vulnerable state. And a dog will only fully relax where they feel safe enough to do so. So if your dog comes back to sleep beside you every single night, if they lean into you, relax their body, slow their breathing, and drift off right there next to you, then chances are, they are expressing something much bigger than routine. They are showing you that your presence makes them feel safe. You are not just the one who feeds them. Not just the one who walks them.
Good girl, I know.
Not just the person they happen to live with. In their world, you may be the place where they feel most at peace. And honestly, I think that is one of the most beautiful things about loving a dog. It is not flashy. It is not dramatic. It does not need words. It is just a quiet choice, repeated night after night. Your dog is not just sleeping next to you. Your dog is choosing you. So tonight, if your dog curls up beside you the way they always do, maybe pause for a second and really look at them. Because maybe what they are saying is not, "Let me sleep here." Maybe what they are really saying is, "This is where I feel safe." If your dog sleeps next to you too, tell me in the comments where they usually sleep, by your feet, against your back, or right in the middle of the bed like they own the place. And if you enjoy videos like this, simple, thoughtful, and honest looks into dog behavior, do not forget to subscribe. Because in the next video, we are talking about another habit so many dogs have, and so many people misunderstand. Why your dog stares at you for no reason.